Forensics is from the Latin word forensis, which means public to the forum or public discussion, argumentable, rhetorical, or belonging to debate or discussion. In other words, forensics is relating to, used in, or suitable to a court of law. Forensic sciences can vary greatly, including such subsections as crime scene analysis, blood splatter, fingerprinting, forensic pathology, entomology, toxicology, DNA analysis, facial reconstruction, etc. Forensics is my passion because it can help people. From huge cases like using toxicology to find evidence to arrest Mary Ann Cotton, the most prolific female serial killer in British history, to small cases, such as discovering who took your car for a joyride, leaving it crashed into a telephone pole. No matter what subsection of forensic sciences one ascribes themselves to, they're helping someone, somewhere. In London, during the end of March in 1905, an employee of Chapman's Oil and Colour Shop came into work to find his boss murdered on the first floor. Police later found the owner's wife on the second floor. She died 5 days later. Investigators found a single fingerprint on the money box in the living quarters of the store. When the Stratton brothers were later apprehended based on descriptions from several witnesses, their fingerprints were taken and compared to the money box fingerprint. It matched the elder brother's right thumb. This was the first sensationalized use of fingerprinting to convict someone of a crime. The investigators and jurors who took faith in the relatively new forensic technique saved possible victims from being robbed, terrorized, and murdered by the Stratton brothers. In the Netherlands, during the August of 2001, parts of a body were found spread around an 80-mile distance. Police asked an anatomist who specialized in reconstructing faces to try to reconstruct this victim's countenance. The anatomist, although knowing that the faces of children are harder to accurately reconstruct, took on the case and made a clay model of what the victim, a child between the ages of 5 and 7, looked like. The picture was circulated and soon identified as 5.5-year-old Rowena Vickers. Her mother and her mother's boyfriend were promptly arrested for murder and child abuse. That facial reconstructor helped put a nameless young girl to rest and helped to make sure that the two murderers never hurt another child again. In West Yorkshire, Great Britain, in the August of 2001, the body of 16-year-old Leanne Tiernan was found. Forensic scientists used fiber analysis to match twine found wrapped around her body to a ball of twine in the main suspect's house. More fiber analysis led to matching the pink thread nestled in her clothes to the carpet that John Taylor, the suspect, had been witnessed burning. There were hairs on her body that, through hair analysis, were determined to be dog hairs. John Taylor used to have a dog. Other hairs found on the victim were matched through DNA analysis to John Taylor's hair. The group of forensic scientists worked together on this case, put Taylor away for 2 consecutive life sentences, and stopped him from hurting anyone else ever again. In Eston, Great Britain, during the October of 2006, a former boxer named Peter Ho was found dead, having been stabbed 5 times. Forensic scientists found low copy number genetic material on plastic pieces that had broken off from the hilt of the murder weapon. Scientists used PCR, polymerase chain reactions, to increase the sample size. PCR uses enzymes and temperature to elongate DNA when there isn't enough ready for the experiment. Scientists then ran the now elongated DNA through gel electrophoresis on an agarose gel. The DNA of David and Terry Reed, the prime suspects, was also run on the gel. This method, called DNA fingerprinting, put the Reed brothers in jail for a minimum of 18 years. The most amazing thing, however, is that we can do this procedure in our own lab here in school. Anyone in the biotech pathway here at Central who is a sophomore or higher has run an agarose gel and PCR. We even performed a lab in class where we had emulated crime scene DNA along with DNA from suspects and a victim. We identified who the crime scene DNA belonged to based on the results. Forensic sciences, since their first use in criminal investigations, have put away murderers and rapists and robbers. It saved innocent people from being hung in the gallows or condemned to a lifetime of forced solitude and imprisonment. Forensic sciences use observations and knowledge of human behavior mixed with scientific skills to make the world a better place. I am passionate about this science because I am passionate about people and their well-being. I am passionate about joining the forensic field of science because even if there are no forensic scientists, there will still be crime and murder and people who need to be caught, and this is the way to do it.